Hello, my little monkey friends. This is episode 4. I'm just going to unofficially call it White Monkey Podcast. I don't give a fuck anymore. It's called The Simon Christopher Show. For all intensive purposes, it's The Simon Christopher Show. But if you're a real monkey, a real fucking fan, just call it White Monkey Podcast or White Monkey. Did you watch the latest episode of White Monkey Podcast? Or watch the latest episode of White Monkey? Fuck yeah, I did. Fuck yeah, you did. It just makes more sense. I just like the name White Monkey more. Because I'm actually going deep into this now. Like, it's beginning. This is becoming a fucking thing now. We're all monkeys. You can pick whatever name you want. You can be White Monkey. Well, I'm White Monkey. You can't be White Monkey. I'm Supreme White Monkey. Doesn't mean I'm better than anyone. It just means I'm the one with the microphone. You can be Disco Monkey, which I think someone's claimed. You can be fucking SL Monkey, and then it can be whatever SL means to you. That can be your name. To me, it'll mean succulent labia monkey. But hey, fuck it. You could take it. You could take whatever the fuck you want. I made an official Facebook group. It's facebook.com/Supreme White Monkey. You can go to it, drop your name, claim it, and fucking just join the family, my man, or girls, or whatever in between, non-binary monkey. You can, whatever the fuck you want. We're just animals, man. We're just animals who are smarter than the rest, and we made all this fucking crazy shit like cameras and the internet and microphones, and then you guys can watch me, and that's all. We're just fucking smart monkeys. That's all. So fuck it. I'm Supreme White Monkey. Join the Facebook page. I just found out that a group of monkeys is called a troop, and that's what this is all about, man. Because we're just a fucking troop of monkeys together. We're like an army. Army doesn't take shit. Neither do us monkeys. If an army runs into trouble somewhere, they shoot that problem in the fucking face. That's what monkeys do, man. Shoot your shit in the face. Walk on about your day. No one gives a fuck. Monkeys don't give a fuck about anything. You do whatever you want to do. You do it wherever you want to do. You do it how you want to fucking do it. That's what monkeys do. I saw a fucking monkey, a video of a monkey, and he was just jerking off in the zoo in front of a bunch of kids. Why? Because he wanted to. Monkeys want to jerk off in zoos because that's where they get fucking put. And they just, if you're a kid and you're in front of the monkey, he doesn't give a fuck. He just jerks off right in front of you. Be like the monkey. Do whatever the fuck you want, except for jerking off in front of kids. For sure, don't jerk off in front of children. I'm not condoning that. Don't follow laws. There's laws against that. Jerking off in front of kids is illegal, obviously. Don't do it. Follow some laws, but also some are stupid. So follow the good laws. Follow your laws. That's what monkeys do. Monkeys follow your own laws, and you don't jerk off in front of children. And there might be someone from like fucking Kenya going, hey, Simon, Supreme White Monkey, what you call a zoo, I call my backyard. So can I jerk off in my backyard? Yes, you absolutely can jerk off in your backyard as long as there's no kids watching. Unless there's like no laws against that in Kenya or Zimbabwe or whatever the fuck country I just said. Do whatever you want to do. If you're gonna but hey man, like Hunter S. Thompson said, buy a ticket, take the ride, you know? If you're gonna jerk off in front of kids, you're gonna have to deal with the consequences of doing it. But I mean, whatever, just don't do it. Just don't jerk off in front of kids. For sure. Because that's not what us monkeys are about. We're not about jerking off in front of kids. We're about doing whatever the fuck you want. Be whoever you want. That's why you pick your own fucking nickname. It can be anything you want. You can be Water Bottle Monkey. Whatever the fuck you want. And then that's your new identity in our troop. And you come and you join the Facebook group, and it's facebook.com/Supreme White Monkey. You can be whoever you want. Reinvent yourself like Cher 17 times. Do whatever you want. Be whoever you want. Pick your own fucking name. Don't take the one that your parents gave you before they even realized who you were as a person. And you're like, I don't feel like a Sheila. I feel like an Alex. Well, guess what? You can pick whatever the fuck you can be Alex Monkey. I don't give a fuck. And just come there, drop your name, be a part of the troop, join the fucking monkey cult family, and just do whatever the fuck you want to do. And if you don't want to do it, fuck it. Fuck all the other shit that sucks. Bring in all the cool shit that you want to do. That's what the monkeys are about. That's what we're all about here. That's what this troop is about. Just do whatever the fuck you want to do. Fuck everyone else. It's just so much better when you can just do whatever the fuck you want. Like, So many people care so much about things that don't matter. Just don't care about things. Don't care. Like, that's, I mean, not to get political. This is supposed to be a fun podcast show. But, like, all these people, like, there's, like, white dudes doing Black Lives Matter. It's like, I get it. Support the cause and all this shit. But, like, don't be a white guy saying fuck white people. Don't do that. Don't care so much. You don't have anything to do with that shit. Whatever they're fighting for doesn't affect you at all because you're white. So just don't worry about this shit. Support them. Don't be an asshole. Don't be the white people they hate, even though they hate all the white people in the world no matter what, even though they're not meeting them or talking to them about anything. But just be like, be the white guy who makes Black Lives Matter people go like, oh, maybe we're wrong. Maybe not all white people are assholes. Be that. But also, don't give so much of a fuck that you go out of your way. Just don't give a fuck. Just don't care. Whatever people are doing, if it's like semi-inconvenient, just don't do it. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. Do your thing. Go walk down to the beach and go swimming. Don't go to a rally and get in a fist fight with a dude with a mask on, like a balaclava thing, and then just don't get involved with that shit. Fuck it. Fuck all of it. Everyone's like, you gotta expand your mind and get out of your comfort zone and your bubble. Not all the time. Maybe. Fuck outside my comfort zone. Fuck the bubble. Fuck everything outside the bubble. I have a bubble for a reason. Everything inside the bubble is dope. Everything outside the bubble sucks. Maybe grow your bubble. Have a bigger bubble, but also don't pop it. Don't pop your bubble. Don't go outside of the bubble because it's like Earth, man. I've been watching a lot of moon documentaries. It's like Earth. Now, you have an atmosphere, and outside the atmosphere is fucking death. The moon is like, it can get anywhere from like negative 200 something to fucking plus God, like fucking scorching. Fuck that place. Don't go there. That is like a fucking political rally, Antifa and all that shit. Don't go to those places. That's the moon. Stay away from the moon. We don't need to go to the moon. We have the internet and Taco Bell here. Not in Australia, but you know what I mean. We don't need to go outside of the atmosphere. Fuck all of that space shit. It's cool to look at. I don't want to go there. You gave me a free ticket to Mars, and you're like, hey, man, I know it's like fucking months and years away, and everyone's like, you can't be there in 5 minutes, but we can get you there in 5 minutes. I would be like, no, because what the fuck is on Mars? I can just go to the desert. I'm in Australia. I can be in a desert in like fucking 3 hours from now. Why? What's there? Mars has absolutely nothing except a little robot that gets cleaned magically somehow. People are like, oh, there's aliens cleaning our robots. Why the fuck would aliens be on Mars cleaning our fucking robots? Is that part of like a treaty we have? You conspiracy theory fucks? I don't know, man. I don't know if there's aliens. I mean, there are for sure aliens. There's no way the universe is infinite and there's billions of galaxies and all that shit, and we're the smartest fuckers out there. Everything else is like bacteria in the water, if there's even water. Fuck that. Thinking that we're the fucking cream of the crop. Fuck that. Are you kidding? Have you seen my show? I'm representing. I mean, like, if some alien people were like picked up YouTube and were like, oh, let's just see, and then for some reason they didn't know what laxatives were, and they type in laxatives, and then they see like my video, and they're like, oh, well, that's obviously the best that the universe has to offer. No, not real. Because also I just realized the conflicting thoughts of why would an alien search Earth, internet, and we can't even get contact to a planet outside. Like, they're contacting, they fucking shot some radio signal to some fucking planet that resembles Earth, and they're like, oh, our signal should reach there by 2020 or 20 who gives a shit. Fucking decades away, or decades from when they shot it. They shot it a while ago. But my point is, why would a fucking alien be YouTubing me? Because I mean, they'd be smarter than us to be able to do it, but they'd be dumber than us to actually do it. Like, I mean, people don't even YouTube me here, and we're on the same rock. I don't know why an alien would do it. Maybe what's the chances of them just pushing in like our alphabet and typing in laxatives and then finding me? Why would they type that in? I don't know. Maybe they just had a bad day. Maybe they got unlucky with their search engine and they found me. My point is, aliens are for sure real. I don't think. I think it's safer to say that they are than they're not. I think you're stupid if you think aliens aren't real. Whether or not there's proof of it, I think you're just naive. Doesn't matter, man. Aliens are fucking. They're gonna come fucking. We're gonna be a slave race. We're gonna actually be the monkeys. we're going to be like, what is it? Fucking, we're like 1% off of fucking chimps, like DNA wise. And then, so if we're 99% the same as chimps and we're so much fucking farther ahead than them, then what if there's someone like 1% ahead of us? Like chimps don't even know we're fucking real. They think we're like some fucking mutant monster. If we walk into a jungle and we see if a chimp sees us, they don't know what we are. They're not like high-fiving us, being like, yo, what's up, dude? Let's get a pint. They're going to be like, fucking kill. That's the other thing I love about monkeys, man. They don't give a fuck. Like if a monkey has a problem with something, that's why we're monkeys. If we have a problem with something, you don't fucking run away from it. You shit in your hand and you huck it in their fucking face. That's why I love monkeys, man. That's why we're fucking monkeys. You got a problem with someone and you try talking to them, working it out like a fucking adult, like a human being, and they're like, you're a cunt still. Guess what? Shit in your hand, throw it in their fucking face. Spider-Man that shit. Just hunks of shit in their mouth. Fuck them. Fuck those people. But my point is, if we're only 1% ahead of fucking chimps and we're so far ahead, imagine what 1% ahead of us would be. It would be like it would be like David Copperfield. It would be like Chris Angel if he wasn't fucking faking everything with cameras. It would be like that type of shit. It would be like whatever the fuck Jesus was. Jesus is like I'm not religious. I think he's bullshit. But I mean, if he were a real person, he would be like 1% above us. They're still close enough, but he's like, oh, also, see this water here? Guess what? Let's party, boys. Fucking 14% Merlot. That's what the fucking evolution is. Just pumping booze down our fucking throats. Well, that's what we're here for. That's the way evolution is going. Just fucking magic wine making. That's all it is. And there'll be no hangover because it's magic wine. No fucking hangovers with red wine. It'll probably be better. I mean, wine is, I like wine and all, but I mean, I don't know. You know, fuck it. I was at an IGA here like 2 days ago, and what the fuck is in my eye? Fuck you. I was at the IGA like 2 days ago, and I was just like, I just moved in here. I'm still kind of sorting my life out. So I bought like just some pre-made salad, not a big deal. It was like $6 for like a Caesar salad or something. And it came with like croutons and all that shit. I'm like, cool, I'll get this. That's dinner. Stay healthy. You know, I don't need to go to McDonald's. I just need a pre-made salad. It's cheaper too. Why not, right? So I'm at the IGA, I buy the salad, and it's all I bought. It's the only thing I bought, one fucking item. I didn't have a basket or nothing. And I walk up to the counter, I put it down, and not that it matters, but it was a black girl. There's this girl, and she's like, oh, a salad. And I said, yeah. And she goes, it's a Caesar salad. And I said, no, I'm the one who's buying it. I picked it up from the store. It's not like you're presenting me with something. It's not like I hit like what's in the box. And like you randomly select me a food item and that's my dinner, and you have to explain to me what a fucking Caesar salad is, like I'm some kind of fucking idiot who wouldn't be able to figure it out. I see lettuce, I see a white sauce, croutons, and bacon bits. Oh, what the? Oh, that must be a Cobb salad, because that's what a Cobb salad is made of, despite the fact it says Caesar salad on it. Like I'm a fucking idiot. So she's like, oh, it's a Caesar salad. I'm like, yeah, I know. And she's like, it's a salad. Like she legitimately kept telling me. She's like, oh, it's a salad. I'm like, I know. I'm buying it. Like I actually was like, I know this. I'm aware of what's in the fucking translucent, clear plastic fucking container with green shit inside with a label saying Caesar salad with fucking the ingredients on it. I'm aware of what I'm buying. I picked it up. I brought it here. I don't need you to explain to me what it is. I get it. Yes, it's a Caesar salad. And she goes, oh, I just didn't expect you to be the type to eat a salad. And I turned to her, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, first of all, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? I mean, yeah, cool. I mean, I was dressed pretty much like this. It's not like I was in there in a fucking clown suit with a needle in my arm. It's, you know, I'm like, I wasn't in a fat suit with like burrito fucking sauce going down my chin. I was dressed like this. I went to the store. I got a Caesar salad. She explained it to me. And then she says, oh, I didn't think you're the type to get a Caesar salad. And I looked at her, and I swear to fucking God, I swear to you, my monkey friends, I looked at her, I said, you talking shit? I was like, are you talking shit to me right now? I will hop over this fucking counter. And she's like, oh, I just didn't think you'd be the type to eat a Caesar salad. And my buddy Jeff is behind me, and he goes, yeah, tell him about the salad. I'm like, what the fuck are you going to tell me about this goddamn salad? What is there to know? Is it, I looked at the date. I'm like, is it expired? No, because most of the fucking close to expiry date shit is like reduced. They call it reduced here. It's on sale. Has like a big sticker over like the old best before date, and it's like reduced because it goes off soon. So I'm like, I keep an eye out for that shit. This didn't have it. I wasn't buying old shit. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys teaming up? And Jeff was behind me, so it's not like he went ahead of me and was waiting for me, and he's like, hey, fuck with my friend for getting a salad. No, he was behind me. They hadn't even spoke before. She's like, oh, you're buying a salad. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's a fucking, this is what I want. I'm giving you my money for this. Why? Do you judge everyone? Are you like some kind of like extreme vegan that's like, oh, a steak? You know, this thing had a family. This thing had a fucking family. I mean, even if you were. Are you getting mad at me because there might be anchovies in the fucking Caesar? I wish I still had that fucking thing. She just kept fucking telling me what I was buying, and I'm like, are you talking shit? And then I actually was like kind of like mad. I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you talking to me? Tell me the number, which I see on the computer. I don't even need you. There's self-checkouts at bigger stores. I happen to go to the small one that can't afford the fancy machines, so they still hire you, you fucking idiot human. You don't have to tell me. A machine can tell. Just I scan it. I could scan it for you. I know that the red laser thing that I used to stare at when I was a kid, and I'm probably fucking going to be blind because of it. I know that I put these black stripes over the red fucking lasers, and then the machine will come up with a number, and then I just put my piece of plastic over this other piece of plastic, and I walk out the fucking door. I don't need you. So what are you talking to me for? Why you tell me what I'm buying? Tell me how much it is, which I already know because the price tag's on the fucking wall. I already know how much this thing is. I know what it is because it says on the label. I know how much it is because it says on the label. I know how much it is because it says on your computer. I'm paying you with a card. Let me put my plastic on your plastic and get the fuck out of here before I choke you out. I will choke a bitch if you ever criticize my fucking salad ever again. Don't. You know what you should do? Go outside to the curb with the little sign with the bus hours on it. Wait till the next one and then jump in front of it. Jump in front of a fucking bus if you're going to talk shit about my salad. Go outside of the curb and fucking put your arms out like Jesus Christ would and just fucking swan dive into a fucking bus, lady. Talk shit. I will come over the fucking counter. Oh, man. Fucking swan dive in front of a bus, you cunt. Just do that for me. Don't talk about my salad. Swan dive. Swan dive in front of a bus. Do that. Do that for me. Don't talk. Swan dive. Swan dive in front of a fucking bus. I was looking up some cliff diving spots in Perth and for a video. And I'm just like, you know what? Swan diving. I'm going to swan dive. Swan dive. Just like, there's this video of like a dude swan diving off like a cliff. And it's just the funniest thing to me. It's just so stupid. Like, why? Like, why? I get like breaststrokes and stuff. There's like technique to it. The way you move your legs if you're swimming. But if you're going to dive off a rock, just cannonball. You don't need to stand there with your arms out like you're fucking getting crucified and then jump and then put your arms forward and dive. Just do like the normal, hands out by the knees and then just fall forward, put your arms up. Just do that, like a double Nazi salute type thing into the water. There's no need for the fucking arms out. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Don't do that. Don't put your arms out. Put your arms down, look up, tip forward, arms up into the water. Plunk. That's it. No need for the fucking, you're not like a plane, a water plane going in for a landing in the water. You don't need your arms out. You can't steer yourself. And if you did, you're only going like 5 feet. Where are you going to go? You think you're going to swan dive? They're just waiting for the magic time when like the wind is right and there's like an updraft from the heat of the water and there's like, oh, by the way, see ya. And they just fly off into like Never Never Land. Is that why you're swan diving? Don't do it. Don't swan dive. Just don't. Stop diving stupidly. I get it. Do backflips. Cool. I'm impressed. Do backflips. Do front flips. Do fucking figure skating 360 backflip things where you're twirling and you're flipping and you're like spinning at the same time. Do all that shit. Like one of those little fucking things you put on your table and it's like 3 circles with a circle, like a fucking ball in the middle, and you spin it and it's like 3 different axles and it can go all the fucking whichever way. Do that in the air. Fine. Impressive. I get it. Swan dive? Don't. Why? What are you doing? You're not going to glide anywhere. You're not going to fly like some fucking 9/11 ferry and just go into the fucking sunset. You're not going to do it. You're going to, what is it in case you think like maybe you do it wrong, or you can just like whoop back onto the fucking cliff or the diving board and be like, mulligan, let me try that again. You're not going to do it. You can't, you're not going to twist, because you could just like twist, like just fucking jump into it. Don't think that your hands, like when you put your hand out a car window and you can like, you know, like make like little like, what do you call them? Fucking those little things on the back of airplanes that make it go up and down. Whatever. You put like your hand up and you just like fucking put your hand through the roof. Your whole arm just like flies up out of the car window. You're not going to do that going down. You're not going that fast, and you don't have that much time. Just don't swan dive. It doesn't make any sense. If you're going to swan dive, be the bitch at the counter. Do it in front of a bus. That's the only time you should swan dive, is if you're a bitch talking about my salad. Do it in front of a bus. Do it into the side of a bus. If you have to, do it in front of the bus preferably. Do it in the front. That way, it'll just keep going over you. And it's a bus, so it'll be long. It'll be like 20, 30 feet, and it'll just go over you. And it won't stop. It won't stop because you swan dive in front of it. Just don't. I hope it doesn't stop. I hope you get fucking killed. Just don't swan dive. It doesn't make any fucking sense. So just swan dive in front of a bus. That's all. That's all you have to do. Someone commented that I just like am such a spastic fucking ADD case, and I just like talk so much about things. So I'm actually trying to do like bullet points now. And I mean, I didn't have any of that fucking plan. I was just gonna tell you about the salad. Then it's like swan diving's the stupidest fucking thing in the world. So swan dive in front of a bus, bitch. So since I moved to Australia, I've been trying to quit smoking. I made it like a week. And then I thought of a funny video idea for cigarettes, and another one. I already did the full pack one. It wasn't that. This isn't that outdated. It was another one where I was going to put a cigarette between my two fingers like I normally would, except like right at the joint, like right at the bottom of the V of my fingers. And then I was going to tie my fingers together with a cigarette, and I was going to smoke, kind of like my sparkler earring things. I was going to smoke a cigarette through my fingers. And I thought that would, I mean, hopefully it would be funny. And then I just got a new job. And I don't think, I mean, I use my hands a lot. It's not a clean job. So I thought, like, I would for sure get infected, but I also can't go in, like, it's a restaurant, so I can't have, like, bleeding fingers. I've already worked in a restaurant with bleeding fucking ears, and I got away with that, but I don't know how they're going to feel about that in Australia. So I bought cigarettes for a second video. Like, I thought of a second one. Like, okay, I'm not going to light my hands on fire. I'll do a different thing, which I've recorded now. So all you people getting mad at me, I mean, you're not going to watch this because there's like a divide in my channel right now, which I don't, whatever. And it's the people who are here for stunts. Cool. Love you. Hugs and kisses. And then there's people who like me as a person. And that's why I make podcasts. Because people tell me I'm funny. Like, I've actually had comments of people telling me to, like, stop getting hurt because, like, I don't want to toot my own horn, but the comments were something like, yeah, you're too smart and funny to just keep getting hurt. And that makes me feel uncomfortable to say that because I don't want to seem like I'm like jerking myself off on camera. But as I like literally scratch my balls, my shorts are like baggy and my boxers I guess are as baggy. So when I actually said that, my hand went down and I actually touched my scrotum, my nutsack, my bean bag, my coin purse. So yeah, I'm not trying to like toot my own horn, but that was like one of the comments is like, you're too smart and funny. I'm like, that's very nice, but I'm also uncomfortable. And so I'm like, okay, well, I mean, if people are, I'm not going to stop doing stunts because they're fun. It's like another way to be creative that like way less competition. Like I do stand up from time to time, not as much anymore, but like everyone does like topical shit. See, I can already tell I'm going off track. I was going to talk about stunts and YouTube and stuff. Now I'm talking about stand up. I'm already going off track. But everyone's like, with stand up, everyone wants like the topical thing, and then and once it's a big enough story, like fucking Donald Trump or something, everyone talks about it. Becomes so hacky. Like if a comedian nowadays, like in 2018, mentions Donald Trump, like even like as a side note or anything, or even like makes like a full act bit around him, it's just so hacky. People are just like, shut the fuck up. But there's so much competition in like the stand up world. Creatively, to be different and unique is so hard. And it's also hard because, like, okay, in Toronto, there's probably like 1,000 open mic comics, like people who do it for free for 5 minutes at a bar once a night. Like, just, it's like practice. They're just practicing at bars, right? There's like 1,000 of them in Toronto, probably more. I can't watch them all. And plus, if there's 1,000 in Toronto, there's 1,000 in British Columbia, there's fucking 10,000 in New York City, 10,000 in LA. How many in Australia? Like, there's, you know what I mean? So I can't watch them all. All their shit isn't on YouTube. So it's almost like whatever you say has already been said. Essentially, that's kind of how you have to think about it. And sometimes you're in the same circle and someone's like, yeah, fucking Johnny already said that. And you're like, fuck, how'd he say it? And he's like, just like you. And then it's either you have to get rid of a joke that you thought was good enough to do on stage, which sucks because you're like, fuck, I really thought I had a good one. Or people think you're a thief, which is like the worst thing you can do in stand-up is steal jokes. It like will ruin your career, like Carlos Mencia type shit. Kill your career. So there's so much like in like creative competition and like an oversaturated pool of just fucking ideas that you don't even know what to say. You don't know, and people are so fucking sensitive now. If you want to be a little edgy to kind of like, you know, make a name for yourself, be like, oh, he said that. Holy shit. People get fucking offended. There's comedians who have to pay fines. There's some guy, I think it was in Canada, and he said some shit about lesbians or something. The lesbian sued him for like hate speech, won, and now the comedian has to give her part of his paycheck for the rest of his life, no matter what. It's just shit like that. It's like if I go on, if I'm not saying any of this shit, but I'm saying like, for example, if I go on and say like, I mean, he wasn't being malicious at all. From what I've heard, he wasn't being mean. He didn't single her out. He wasn't like, or maybe he did. I don't know. From what I remember, it wasn't that bad. But I mean, for example, like if someone, woman or a guy or something stands up and I just throw like homophobic fucking, you're a faggot, like cunt, like shit like that, like get really, really fucking aggressive. No matter what I say, even if like you go full Kramer and drop the N-bomb at a bunch of black people, even if you go like fucking deep into the hate, like pure, genuine hate towards whoever the fuck wanted to interrupt your show, do they really deserve half your money for the rest of your life? Like I thought you had to get married for shit like that, for that kind of paycheck. Half of money from a comedian, because that could be a lot of money. This guy could be fucking huge. Say he makes like, say he gets like a fucking Netflix special, makes $1 million for like, they're like, we'll give you $1 million to film a special, put it on Netflix, straight up, just flat out fee like that. Bitch from the show who he made fun of gets $500,000. Shit like that. Fuck yourself. Swan dive, bitch. Relax. Don't get upset. Just don't get upset. Be a monkey. Don't care. Swan dive. Or if you got a problem, if you're the comedian, shit in your hand and throw it at her. Do one of those things. Those are your options. Swan dive or shit in your hand and throw it at him. Fuck everything else. Fuck other options. Fuck it. That's it. That's all you have to do. Monkeys, we're coming together with some life philosophies here. 2 decisions in this world. Swan dive, shit in your hand, throw it at him. Fuck everything else. Fuck them. That's it. That's all. I know I was going off fucking track. I don't even remember what I was going to say. I don't know, man. I don't know. There's the divide in YouTube. I'm doing stunts still, I guess. So I did the smoking video. Back on track. See, I can remember this. I'm a professional. I was quitting smoking, and I came up with these ideas. I'm like, okay, and I shot them. I have stunts on my computer. Haven't edited them yet. Busy. But stunts are still there. They're still coming. So if you don't like the podcast, I don't know why I'm going to say this, because if you only watch the stunts, you're not going to watch this anyways. But stunts still happening. Podcast also happening. 2 shows, 1 name, 1 channel. Fuck yourself. 2 Facebook groups now. That's a thing. I don't know why. I really don't know why. I think the Simon Christopher Show Facebook page is like a Facebook group for my channel. So it'll be both shows. I'll still post podcast stuff on there. But the new Facebook.com/Supreme White Monkey is just like our fucking, like, if you're a monkey, be there. We'll talk. It's not a promotional thing. It's like, let's fucking hang. You're in the troop. We're fucking troop members now. Swan dive or shit in your hand. Do it there. That's where we're going to fucking team up. We'll all shit in our hands and fling them together, my man and women, boys, grandmas, everyone else. Fuck them. In a nutshell, YouTube channel. The YouTube channel, same thing. 2 shows now. That's it. That's all. One podcast, stunts. That's it. Doing more things. I have a lot of downtime. I work not as much as I used to. I get paid much better than I used to. So it kind of balances out. I make the same amount of money, pay less in rent. Money's okay. So I just have a lot of free time. So fuck it. Podcast. Do it. Something to do. Fuck it. But I mean, I'm not even trying to come off like I make a bunch of money. That's half the reason I quit smoking, is because like I know that this microphone I'm holding right now sucks. It was literally the cheapest one I could find at let's call it a Walmart-esque. It wasn't Walmart. They don't have those here that I know of. It was pretty much like a cheap place. Like everything's always on sale. One of those places where it's like, so this is just like the regular price, because if it's always on sale, it's not on sale. It's just that's what it is. Like this thing everywhere else, $29, for example. Made the number up. But say this microphone, $29, right? This place will be like, oh, this is a $50 microphone on sale, $28. Wow, it is technically cheaper than everywhere else. I'll go to this place even though it's only $1 cheaper, and you say it's fucking twice as much, but now I think I'm getting a great deal, and even if I know anything about microphones, I know this is $1 cheaper and I'm here, so fuck it, obviously I'll buy it. That's the type of place I got this microphone, which is also the thing that kind of pisses me off about Walmart. They always say like lowest price is the law. Motherfuckers put shit like a cent less. If it's like $29.99, which is like everything's something 99 cents, everything. Chocolate bar, $1.99. A fucking car, $29,783.99. Everything. At Walmart, 98 cents. Whatever. Cool, right? Usually it's $29.99. Walmart, $29.98. If those are the same numbers, my point is 1 cent less. Lowest price is the law. Suck my dick. In Canada, we don't even have pennies. So we would round up. It would be $30 no matter what. I'm paying cash. $29.99, $29.98, $30. Either way, fuck yourself. None of that shit matters. Pennies don't count. They're not real currency anymore. So Walmart, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they lower by $1 now. We count dollars. We call them loonies in Canada. I don't know what they call them here. Australia and America and fucking Canada all have dollars. And Australia and Canada have $2 coins, and America has $1 bills for the strippers. In Canada, we just huck fucking loonies $1 coins at them and just fucking try to beat them in the face. If they're really good, we'll put a roll of quarters up their pussy and be like, I don't know what that meant. Suck them back out. Yeah, you're not worth my roll of quarters. Suck them back out until it hits your fucking uvula or whatever the dangly punching bag in the back of your throat's called. Suck the quarters out of your pussy until I get my money back, because you ain't dancing the way I said dance, bitch. You ain't dancing $10 worth of quarters in a free fucking slot of paper from the bank. You ain't worth it. Your moves ain't worth my roll of quarters, bitch. Your moves ain't worth my roll of quarters. I'm going to suck them out of your pussy. Mine now. Deep-throated a roll of quarters. Tasted like fishy stripper pussy. Worth it, because you ain't worth my roll of quarters. Suck them back out. Sucking out quarters, bitch. Swan dive. Oh my god, it just all comes together. Fucking swan dive, man. I'm happy about that. That was funny. That's my message. Swan dive and shit in your hand, and moves ain't worth the quarters. Bitch, your moves ain't worth the quarters. Suck them out. Suck that roll of quarters out, you pussy, until hits my uvula. Lubin uvula. There's a tongue twister for you. Louis Lubin uvula. Louis used fuck. Louis used lube. Fuck. Okay, I'll say it eventually. Louis used lube uvula. Fuck you. That should be like the best fucking throat doctor in the world. Except why is it used? I guess everyone's used it. If you fucking babies come out crying, they've used their uvula. And then Louis is going to lube them up and put a fucking something to fix it. If you have a used uvula. I don't even know if I'm saying the word right. Is it uvula? I don't know. If it's not, then fuck this whole thing. But if it's right, then this is funny. Louis used lube. Fuck, man. I really thought I had it. Whatever. You guys know what I'm saying. I'm trying to say Louis used fucking cunts. What I meant to say was Louis used lubed uvula. Except I meant to say it faster, which I didn't. But that's another thing. Louis used lubed uvula. Ha! Better. Bitch, say it. You can't say it. If you think you can say Louis used lubed uvula better than me, you can't do it. Make an Instagram video, tag me, and then, I mean, if you can do it better than me, I don't know. Fuck. You won't, so it doesn't matter what I'll do. I'll give you a shout out. Next one. Okay. If you can say Louis used lubed uvula perfectly normal like I'm talking now, like Louis used lubed uvula, fucking cunt. If you can say it that smooth and that great and that fine, I'll give you a shout out for your Instagram on my next podcast. There you go. That's something for you fucking monkeys to do. See, I don't give a fuck about that. There's no ego here. There's no fuck. If you're better than me, I'll give you props. So if you're watching this and you're wondering why it looks different, my battery died mid fucking podcast. I mean, that's my bad. I should have I did charge it, but whatever, man. But that gave me a lot of time to learn how to say Louis used lube uvula. Fuck, I was actually so confident I was going to say it right that time. Louis used lube cunt. Fuck. It's not you can't say it. If you can say it better than me, you win. Louis used lube uvula. That's the fucking, it's uvula that fucks me every time. Louis used lubed uvula. Louis used fucking fuck. Okay, well, it's easy. All you have to say is Louis used lube fuck. Oh, well, fuck. Sorry, what I meant to say, sir, was Louis used lube uvula. Louis used lubed uvula. There, easy. All you had to say was Louis used lubed. Fuck, cunt. Louis used lubed uvula. Easy. Easy as fucking. It's as easy as saying Louis used lubed uvula. Ha, cunts. Only took me a couple hours of not practicing because I was distracted doing other dumb shit. But if you think you can say it, fucking Instagram it. Instagram you saying Louis used lubed uvula. Easy as shit. Fucking tag me in it. And whoever says it best, we'll get a shout out. I'll give you a shout out. I'll give you a shout out in my next podcast. How about fucking that? Tag me in you saying Louis used lubed uvula. Better than that. And who the winner gets a shout out on the podcast. We'll talk. I'll whatever. I'll play it somehow. I'll download it, your Instagram that you tag me in on your fucking thing, and it's at the Simon Christopher Show, and it's fucking just say Louis used lubed uvula. Better than me. You can't because I win. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck, man. I'll give you a shout out. I don't give a fuck. You know why? Because I don't have an ego. I don't give a fuck. If you're watching this, I'll give you a shout out if you're better than me. I don't mind if you're better than me. I want you to be better than me. I don't want people shittier than me watching me. That's stupid. That's not what the monkeys are about. That's not what we're about. This is a troop of fucking equals, except for I'm the supreme one, but that's only because you're watching me. I'm not watching you, but I would watch you, but I'm not. So that's why I'm the supreme one. I don't even remember, man. My battery honestly fucking died, and I was like, oh, well, I mean, what am I going to do? What am I going to fucking do audio for the rest? Fuck that. Imagine how pissed everyone would be if it was like a full thing and then it just like blanks out to like my logo or something. Well, that sounds fucking fun. Downvote. Although these podcasts get a lot of downvote. Don't downvote it. If you made it this far, you probably wouldn't downvote it anyways. So fuck it. Fuck it, man. And if you do downvote it, Swan dive. Easy. Easy. If you got a problem, comment. I'll shit my hand, throw it at you. See, these are just things we can just use now. I was watching some podcast thing today. I forget what they're talking about, but they're talking about like their message and how, you know, podcasting is a great way to. I think it was like something about like getting on iTunes or I don't know. I was watching it. I don't know why. I'm already on iTunes. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I watch a lot of things because I like to know what I'm doing, which seems weird because of the things I've done. You think I wouldn't research it, but I do. And it's such a fucking arrogant cliche in podcast videos on YouTube. It's like instructions on like SoundCloud stuff or like whatever, right? If I have a problem, I'll YouTube it. And it's always these cunts talking about podcasting like it's art, like it's some fucking artistic expression and you can get your message out there. If you're a musician, you should have a podcast. If you're a comedian, you should have a podcast. If you're fucking a politician, you should have a podcast. Hitler should have had a podcast. Imagine Hitler had a podcast. By the way, when I came out with this whole monkey thing, everyone having their own name, Disco Monkey, Pink Monkey, shout out to Green Monkey who messaged me. He's the last monkey I remember on Instagram talking to me. So shout out to Green Monkey. There's probably multiple Green Monkeys. Shout out to all of them. Fuck it, you could be Green Monkey. And I knew as soon as it happened, two things were going to happen. One, Hitler Monkey which happened. And 2, N-word monkey. Also happened, except it wasn't N-word. I just don't want to say it. 'Cause not that I won't. I do frequently. Actually, no, I don't. I don't say it because it's not even funny. I genuinely don't. I'm not even trying to like save face right now. For real, I don't. Like I would tell you if I say it in private, don't do it. I don't. Not out of some moral thing. Not because it's like a racial slur or some racist shit. None of that. The reason I don't say it is because it's not funny. It's not funny. It's stupid. If you have to say the N-word, unless it's like if you're talking about like an actual like slur and you're giving like a police report. If you're saying it for comedic effect, don't. It's just not funny. It's not funny. To me anyways. And not even like, trying to be like it's offensive. It's just like lazy. Like I said, it's like talking about Donald Trump. It's just like, ugh. It's like hacky. It's just like, oh, you're trying to be shocking. You're trying to be smarter. Be smarter. That's why racists are stupid. You can be racist, and if you're funny, you gotta laugh. You gotta laugh. If your voice of racism is funny, I'll at least laugh. I won't agree with it, but I'll at least laugh. Out of like the appreciation for your comedic thought, not out of your racist views. Now I'm backtracking. Racism bad. But comedy good. Comedy good. Because you know why? Good comedians think, and they're smart. And saying the N-word it's just lazy and hacky. It's been done. It's been done. It's not taboo anymore. It's shitty to say, not funny. I was at my friend Lana's house back in Canada before I moved to Australia, and I forget what happened. I was going to her washroom, and she has like a weird little door handle, and it's not a handle at all. It's like literally the size of like, it's like, I don't know, like a centimeter, like half an inch or something. And it's just like a little like turn, it's like someone put a key in the door, but it's like massive. It's like a really thick. It's like 3 keys thick, and you just turn it, and that's like her doorknob, and it's really weird. You can't grab it good enough to like pull the door closed. So I put my hand around the actual door, and I tried to slam the door, and then get my hand out before it slammed, and it slammed on my fucking middle fingernail, and it turned it black for like fucking 3 weeks. I thought I was gonna lose the actual nail. But when I slammed it, the first thing that came out of my mouth was like, slam, black people. I don't know why, and I forgot all about it. But I went home that night, and I apologized. I'm like, there's a text that I think it's accidentally the funniest text I've ever sent in my life, because I wasn't trying to be funny. The text was like, I'm sorry for screaming black people when I slammed my hand in the door. And I was being genuine because it wasn't like, it was just like how I expressed my pain and anger. But it was the funniest thing. It's like, out of context, if I copy and pasted that and then put it somewhere and you read it, and all you read was, I'm sorry I screamed black people when I slammed my hand in the door, funny. That's funny. It's funny. Fuck everyone who doesn't think it's funny. I'll shit my hand and throw it at you. It's funnier than if I yelled the N-word. I wouldn't even have told that story. Not at all. Anyways, screaming black people is funny. Screaming the N-word is not funny. That's my views, not politically, not morally, comedically. That's what I find funny. And I don't know, I'm smiling right now, just if you can't see my stupid face, I'm smiling right now just thinking about the time I screamed black people for slamming my hand in a door. I don't know, fuck it. Maybe I'm an asshole. I am, but maybe I'm just, maybe what I find funny is shitty. It is shitty. Anyways, my whole point is apparently you're supposed to have a message on podcast. And then I think about what I've done in like not only like my YouTube, but in like the 3, I guess what are we at? Like 3.5 fucking episodes of this podcast. I'm like, what fucking message? I guess I did start with one with like my whole mentality on the monkeys, how we're a troop, how I got my Facebook group, all that kind of stuff. Troop of monkeys, fucking got a problem, fucking shit in your hand, throw it at them. Fuck everyone that sucks. I guess that's my message. But it's not like I preach that every fucking day. I don't preach that at all. I mean, I live my life like that. Fuck everybody that sucks. But I mean, I'm not going to come on here and give you philosophical moral advice on how to live your life. I might make some jokes about it. I will tell you not to jerk off in a zoo in front of children. Those are all messages I'm getting across. But there's not like an overall message to my podcast other than don't be serious, be funny all the time, don't care is my message. Just don't care. Don't care. If it offends you, if you're one of those fucking pussy liberal people who get mad at a statue that's like 100 years old and has historical meaning, don't care. Don't care about that. Don't waste your time. Do anything else. Watch Netflix. At least with Netflix, you'll be entertained. You might be happy, sad, whatever the emotion that you're supposed to get. If you watch a drama and you're watching like Schindler's List, hopefully you're not laughing your ass off, even though I don't know what that movie's about, the Holocaust. It could be funny. Even like Titanic had a funny bit, and everyone fucking knows it. I shit my pants laughing the first time I saw Titanic when the guy like the boat's going down in like the end of the movie. Spoiler alert: the Titanic sinks, and the guy jumps off and he like hit a propeller and just like fucking actually just like swan dive propelled into the fucking water. That was the funniest shit to me. I actually burst out laughing in real life watching Titanic when a guy, I don't know if he jumped or like just fell, but he died in this movie. And it's a serious movie, and he died, and I found it so fucking funny. Like I think that was a bit of a comic relief. There's no way that they put, he wasn't a main dude. It wasn't some big piece. It was like a really far, like scenic view of the whole boat, and this guy just like random actor number 43 in the credits just jumps and falls and into the fucking water dead. Didn't have a line. Didn't even see his face. He's not famous or anything. Hilarious. Best death in a drama ever. And I think Schindler's List probably has a moment like that, because like something that heavy, you got to break the tension a bit. There's got to be a joke in Schindler's List. I don't know what it is, though, depending on who you ask. I don't even want to say the whole movie's a joke. I don't know. Now we're getting into this. See, like I said, don't be serious. Fuck it. Fuck it. Just don't care. My point is, don't care. If that upsets you, that I'm saying that there could be comedic value in Schindler's List, don't care. I don't care, but also you shouldn't care. Just fuck it. Don't agree with me? Whatever. Talk to me about it. Or shit in your hand, throw it at me. Whatever. Don't care. Just relax. Relax, everybody. All the time. Relax. Never be, like, uptight. Don't get tense. Don't be anxious. Don't bite down on your teeth because someone said something. Don't feel like you need to report something on Facebook. Don't feel like you need to be an activist. Relax. If something happens to you, shit in your hand, throw it at them, tell them to swan dive, call the cops, whatever's applicable. If you're in Michigan and someone in Sweden has like a problem, like, I don't know, whatever, let the dude in Sweden figure it out. Relax. Ain't your family, don't know them, found out about it through Facebook on like a Facebook BuzzFeed article, don't get involved. Relax. Stay out of it. Do your thing. Go watch Netflix. Fuck everything else. That's my message. Fucking chill. Just be like this. Be this whole podcast relaxed. It's fine. No problems. That's the way everything should be. It's like everything, your whole life should be like going to Cuba, like going to a resort where it's 24-hour food, 24-hour booze, beach all the time, pools, fucking people salsa dancing. Make that your life. Like inside my head, it's a fucking carnival all the time is great. Don't worry about things that don't matter. If they suck, fuck them. Who cares? You know what? Here's my message. Here's my message for my podcast overall. Here's my message. This is my fucking message. And if you can't watch that, I grabbed my cock and balls and I shook them at the fucking camera. That's my message. Here you go, internet. Suck them. That's my message. That's what you should do to everyone. Fuck them. I think I made my point. I'm trying to quit smoking. I think I started that, and then I kind of went off on a tangent. I mean, it's just so fucking expensive here, man. Like, that's, like, the biggest thing that's fucking with me when I moved to Australia. Because it's so... in Canada, a pack of 20 cigarettes is, like, $9 for, like, the cheapest one. You can spend, like, 15 or something on, like, something expensive like Belmont's, or if you want to get, like, Marlboro imported cigarettes because you're a fancy cunt. They're, like, the Starbucks of cigarettes is, like... those fucking Camels or something. It's like, oh, have you been to America? No. I spent 3 times the price to act like I've been to America. American cigarettes all smell like fucking cigars. They're all just like thick death. It's like this American cigarettes are like the equivalent of being in a tanning bed for 4 hours. They just are way too much, and you're going to die so much faster. Cigarettes in general... being in the sun for like half an hour. You're going to get burned. It's going to take a while to die from it. But American cigarettes are like if you got a life-size microwave and then put a bed in there and was just like, this is where I live, turn it on, I'm cold. And then just, we're there until you explode. That's what they're like. They're fucking harsh, but I love them so much. They smell so good. I always could tell when someone's smoking an American cigarette. I just walk by. I'm like, who's got Marlboros? And they're like, how the fuck do you know? I'm like, because it's like the smell is like ice cream. It's like the ice cream of scents, and then everything in Canada is like fucking macaroni and cheese. Now, there's nothing against macaroni and cheese, but also ice cream is really good. My favorite ice cream is bubblegum. See, these are the tangents I go on, and this is the carnival in my head. It's like, oh, ice cream, bubblegum, cigarettes. That's my fucking brain all the time. Not Antifa, Donald Trump, Mexicans. Fuck it. Ice cream, fucking carnival rides. My brain is like whack-a-mole for just fun shit. It's like, what's the next thing? Hit it. Next one, fucking bam. That's my fucking life. It's so much better. I don't have a bad day. I get bored sometimes. I don't even get bored. Whenever I'm alone, like if I have like I have a day off and everyone's at work, like I have a Tuesday off, everyone's at work, and I wake up at like fucking 10 o'clock and I have nothing to do all day, if I'll go outside and I'll just walk around, and I don't even wear headphones anymore. I have headphones. I have music on my phone. Don't use them. I don't. I find every time I walk around with my fucking headphones in, I don't have any thoughts. I just listen to the music, and I always pretend I'm the one singing it. I'm like, oh man, imagine I was like at like an open mic or something, and I was singing this song to people, and they're like, I didn't know you could sing. You're so fucking good. Let me suck your dick. And I'd be like, that's fucking right. I kept it a secret. I was doing singing lessons forever, and now this is my time that I unveiled it to everyone, and that's right. I knew you'd want to suck my dick. That's why I did it. When I couldn't hit a fucking A sharp or an arpeggio or like 3 octaves higher than Mariah Carey, that's why I kept going. It wasn't the dream of being a musician. It wasn't the passion of singing. It was to get my dick sucked at an open mic. That's why I did it, and I kept doing it, and now it's time to enjoy the fruits of my labor and get throated. That's the fantasy that goes off in my head. Carnival ride all the time. So yeah, I wanted to quit smoking, and I did. And the reason, one of the best, I mean, I didn't quit smoking. I just had a cigarette right now. But that's because of the video, which I fucking for sure mentioned. I don't know where, because I know I'm going somewhere, and I don't remember where I got. So, I mean, fuck it. Well, I mean, I just got to stop going off on tangents, but they're so much fun. I have like 3 things I wanted to talk about. Literally 3. This whole podcast, my notes going into it is 2 sentences. No, 3. 3 sentences. 3 points, each a sentence. I haven't even, what have I got? I haven't touched one at all. And it's quit smoking and the time I bought a salad. And the other one I'm not even going to tell you. That's literally it. Well, that's all I had. I had the story I'm not going to tell you, or the fucking thing I'm not going to tell you. It's not even a story. It's more of like just a thing. And then the other one is the time I bought salads, and the other one is me quitting smoking. That's all I had prepared going into this. And if you've made it this far, you obviously know what I've gone off on, and that's what I mean. Carnival ride. Imagine I was like into politics and I was trying to do like a political fucking stance. I'm like, oh, here's why Donald Trump's stupid. Which I mean, I have touched on Donald Trump and I regret it. I hate that I fucking got so low in even trying. Like when I said I promised I'd always try, that's what I mean. I didn't want to do that, but I did it. I learned my lesson, and now carnival ride all the time. That's what we're going to do now. It's just a constant carnival ride. And I'm not going to talk about anything political, but imagine I did, how fucking boring that would be, which I did. But I mean, I made it funny. I was doing like the sports betting and shit, so like it was kind of a different take. It wasn't like, oh, he's a fucking pig. He said pussy grabbing, all this kind of shit. Whatever, right? Who cares? He wasn't grabbing my pussy. I don't know who's he was trying to grab or who he was talking about, some model. You think he's the first one to try to grab her pussy? Who cares? I don't know her. I sure as fuck don't know Donald Trump. I know of him. Ain't gonna ever meet him. Don't care. Relax. I'm Canadian. I live in Australia. Don't give a fuck. I'm with the president of the United States. Could not care less. He can grab whatever pussy he wants. As far as I'm concerned, it's between him, the pussy, and his probably really pissed off wife, even though she might not fully understand. I think she has some kind of autism, but she also could just be foreign. That's a joke. Haha. Not saying foreign people are stupid or retarded, because everyone's foreign to someone else, depending on where you live. That's why racism is stupid. It doesn't matter. Anyways, I quit smoking. And my favorite thing about quitting smoking, because I've quit so many fucking times, I quit twice in 2 days. champion. My favorite part about quitting smoking is getting the patch and the dreams you get. I went to a pharmacy. They call them, what do they call them? They call them chemists here. And it's a pharmacy. It's like a drugstore. They call them chemists here. And they have like cheap chemists, and they have like just chemist, normal chemist squared, chemist. They have normal chemists, and they're pharmacies. And I went in there and I bought the patch, and there's two kinds, and one was a 24-hour one, and one was a 16-hour one. So obviously 24-hour, you put it on like every day at noon, and that's just your cycle whenever you want to do it. And the other one was 16 hours, and they were like appropriately priced. It's like you pay per hour. So the 16-hour was like a lot cheaper. It was like, I guess, like 3/4 price. And I'm like, oh, I mean, I asked, I couldn't find them. So the lady came over and she pointed out them. And then that's why we were talking about the time differences. And I'm like, why 16 hours? Like, why? I mean, 24-hour just make, like, that's the only one they have in Canada that I know of. So that's what I came here for. Why would they do fucking 16 hours? Like, why? I mean, I don't understand. Like, it just seems inconvenient to kind of cycle a continuous use if it's every 16 hours. And she's like, well, the reason they have 16 hours is because so many people complain about the crazy vivid dreams you get, which is literally the reason I use the patch when I quit instead of like the inhaler or whatever. She's like, so many people complained they actually came out with a 16-hour one. So you put it on when you wake up, and you take it off when you go to bed, and you just sleep, and then you just don't wear one when you're sleeping. And that's like the 8-hour kind of difference thing in the prices and then the whatever. And I'm like, and I looked at her, and it was literally done. So it was like, say it was like, $10 for the 24-hour one. It was $7.50 for the 16-hour one. Like, it was appropriately, the price was appropriate considering like the amount of time and everything. So I looked at her, I'm like, okay, well, 100% the reason I'm here is because I want the patch, and the reason I want the patch is because of the dreams. So I'll pay the extra money. I'm going to pay for the crazy dreams. That's literally the reason I get this. I hate saying the word literally. I think we covered that in one of the episodes already, so I'm not going to do it anymore. And I paid 25% more for the dreams, and worth it. So worth it. I don't know if it works if you don't smoke. I don't know how it'll affect you, because, I mean, I think it might be the same, because if I smoke all day today and then I wear the patch at night and then go to sleep, I have the dreams. It might even be crazier if you don't smoke. I don't know. Maybe if you don't smoke, get a patch off a buddy who's like quitting or something, or just go buy one. Let me know, because the dreams are so fucking worth it. And they're not even like crazy. It's not like you're having like lucid dreaming where it's like you're Peter Pan and you can fly around and do whatever the fuck you want. It's just so vivid, and you remember them. It's like you're watching a movie. Like, there's so much more like story to it. Your brain is like on steroids all night, just pumping out this crazy shit. And like, I had a dream. I was with my buddy, and for some reason I lost my shirt. And there's a group of girls that were walking down the street, and one of them had my shirt. And I'm like, who the fuck are you? Why do you have my clothes? And they're like, we'll give it back to you one time. Or sometime. And then I'm like, okay, cool. And me and my buddy left, and then I went back to get it because they were outside or something, and I just found them. I don't know. Dreams don't have to make sense. And I just found them, and then she's like, oh, it's at my apartment. And then I tried to get into her apartment, like break in to get my shirt back, because like, I'm like, why the fuck why is it there? Why don't you just give it to me then? And I break into her apartment, and then I hear people coming in. So I hide in a closet. This is all for like a dream I had. It's not great, but I mean, it's fucking tells you how crazy it is. I get in this closet, and then I get my phone out to like text my buddy and say like, I'm in the fucking house. The eagle has landed, but also the other eagles have come home to the coop, and fuck. And then for some reason, when I opened my phone to tell him that, I don't know how in my dream, but I found out that the people, I was in the wrong apartment. There's like, I think I remember I was looking at like a map. There's like a map on my phone of like the floor plan of the entire floor of the apartment building. And it had like a green block in a different apartment, which is like, I guess, where my coat was or my shirt was. And the one I was in was red, and the rest were white. Like, it was like 10 white squares in this floor fucking map thing. I was in the red one, and apparently I knew that meant that the people who lived there were serial killers. So I got so freaked out that the people who came in were serial killers, and even though it was an apartment building, they came in and they went upstairs. I don't know if apartment buildings have 2 stories, but they came in, they went upstairs, and I had to like sneak out of a fucking patio door down and try to escape while the serial killers were upstairs, because I went to the wrong apartment to get my shirt. And how did I get into the serial killer's place? I don't know. How did I know that, or even think that was the right place? I don't know. But I went in there thinking, I got to get my shirt back from that bitch. Found out it was a serial killer because I had a map of the building, and apparently that told you where my shirt was and where the serial killers lived, and I found out I was in the wrong one. Don't know why I decided if I had a map to go to the one clearly marked serial killer and avoid the one clearly marked that's where my fucking shirt is. But, hey, man, doesn't have to make sense. It's a dream because you're getting pumped chemicals in through your fucking pores all night. And I put them on. I put the patch on right before I go to bed. So it's like fresh, brand new patch on my arm. Go to sleep. All night. It's the fucking best. Honestly, if you don't smoke or if you do, get the patch. Just buy some. There's like 7 in a box. Get a couple buddies. Take like 2 or 3 or fucking however many each. Split it up. Get 7 buddies, 1 each. It'll cost you like less than $10. And just go for a fucking ride all night. It's the best. They're so fucking good. I try to quit smoking. I buy the patch, obviously, and then I'll cave. I'll relapse, and I'll just smoke cigarettes, and I'll just keep using the patch all night. Like I'll go through $50 worth of patches. I'll put it on before I go to bed. And I'll take it off in the morning just for the dreams. I've spent hundreds of dollars doing that just because it's like, I'm gonna quit now. Actually, no, I'm not, but also for sure wearing them all night, and then I'm just out of patches. And then when I want to quit again, I don't have any leftovers, so I just have to buy more. It's just they're that good. It's so worth it. They suck for actually quitting smoking. They don't suck, but it's like I have the inhaler too, and I wear the patch and the inhaler, which you're probably obviously not supposed to do because it's just like double. It's like literally, figuratively, it's an amount of double. It's double what you're supposed to have, obviously. So if I have the patch, which is 21 milligrams of nicotine, 24 hours a day, and I have this puffer, which is whatever the fuck I want, as much as I want, I can just get fucking, I can OD on it. And I do. And it's great. I get real tired. I just, nicotine, I don't know. Some people are like, oh, it makes me sick. It makes me fucking whatever. It makes me feel great. I feel fucking great. America runs on Dunkin' Donuts. I run on nicotine. Not even cigarettes. Nicotine. Give me the most addictive drug you can. And I'll take it in all the ways you'll give it to me. Inhaler, patch, gum. Ugh. Trifecta of fucking paradise is what I call that. That's called a good Tuesday afternoon, if you know what I mean. Which is pretty straightforward. There's no subtle wink wink at the end of that. The only thing that sucks about the patch, when I wake up, my routine is having coffee and cigarettes, and that was like it's the best. It's the way life should be. It makes me get out of bed. I'm not a morning person at all, but as soon as my brain clicks in, I'm like, oh, coffee, cigarettes, I can do that now because like my brain's clicked in and like one of my eyes is open. Oh, great, coffee, cigarettes time. And I'll just wake up. Sometimes I get 6 hours sleep. I'm like, fuck it. Coffee, cigarettes until I fucking get lightheaded and need to eat in 4 hours from now. Until then, great. And when I have the patch, my first thought in the morning, like if I put it on at night, I'm like, okay, I'm quitting. And I quit on like a Tuesday. Wednesday morning, my brain clicks in, and before I'm even like coffee, cigarettes, my brain clicks in. I'm like, oh, I can't smoke today. What's the point of living? What's the point of getting up? It's what I imagine depression to be, but it's fine. You just don't do something that's fucking so fucking expensive here in Australia. It's $20 for a pack of 20. Sometimes it's like 25, depending. If you go like the fancy gas stations, they just fuck you extra hard. They're like, the government's already fucking you openly fucking you with cigarette tax. We're gonna just rub your balls a little bit. You know, you're already getting fucked right up the ass. We're just gonna come in and just pat your balls, like a little pat underneath. Like, yeah, you're getting fucking pounded real hard. I'm not gonna reach around and jerk you because that's a little bit. That'd be like if it's like 2 for 1. It's like $20 for a pack or 25 for 2. That's like a reach around. It's like, yeah, you're fucking me, but also you're kind of doing okay. They just like flick your balls. There's like, yeah, you're getting fucked and it hurts and it sucks and you're uncomfortable. Flick in the dick. Flick your balls like a little punching bag, a little finger punching bag. And they do that, and that's why I don't go to those gas stations. I don't even know the name of them. I don't know the name of it. It's like a chain. And there's one near my house, and I went in there one time, And a cigarette pack was $20 at that store. Went to the gas station because I wanted something that the other store didn't have. I wanted like chips or something. And I'm like, oh, I'll get cigarettes here. And they're like, I'll have this. And they're like, it's 25. I'm like, oh, flick my balls. Fuck me less, please. And they're like, oh, it's 25. I'm like, oh, Swan dive. Not paying $25 for a pack of cigarettes, leaving. Absolutely. Like you're already getting fucked. And they just want to extra fuck you. It's atrocious. It's morally atrocious. I will not stand for it. So I left. Fuck them. I actually did leave. Legit. Fucked him. Fucked him in the ass. I went around the corner and fucked a little fucking Puerto Rican dude for charging me $5 more, but I was going to go over the counter and choke a bitch for questioning my style choice. And that's just the kind of person I am. I mean, it's not who I want to be. It's who I've become. It's who I was made to be. Those are the choices, and I stand by them. I didn't do either of the things. I didn't fuck him or choke her, but that's how I would have done it had I not been afraid of getting deported. Don't want to be deported. It's crazy I can be deported. It took me like a month to realize, like, I was with the boys, and when they were up to some hijinks, we were doing some shenanigans with some of the fellows, and it dawned on me. I'm like, see, if a cop comes and he talks to you, it's going to be, what are you doing here? Don't do that, you fucking idiot. Fine, maybe a fine. And if I'm there, what are you doing? Don't do that, you fucking idiot. Oh, see ya. Go get an airplane ticket, get the fuck out. Like, I can be deported. That's fucking crazy to me. And I'm not trying to sound all high and mighty. It's just, it's as a human being, that if I do something wrong, I can get shipped out of the fucking country back to the other side of the planet. Fucked up to me. That's fucking crazy. I'm a dreamer. I'm a DACA. I'm a whatever. I just want to be here, man. I don't even follow that shit. I don't know what's going on with that. I just hear things. That's the thing with Facebook. I haven't been on Facebook in a while, apart from today. I made the Facebook group for my monkey troops. Other than that, I don't even go on that thing anymore because it's just fucking. It's just politics, religion, and fucking horror stories. Sometimes it combines all of them. Sometimes it's like this Muslim bombed this fucking the president's kid or something, and you're just like, wow, you're just mixing all of the things that I don't want to hear about together. It's like I just don't care. I don't want to hear about fucking people's shit. I don't know. Maybe it makes me an asshole. Maybe it means I have other shit to do. I just don't care. I don't want to hear about it. Don't tell me about it. It's everything, man. It's like every fucking article is. It's like clickbait almost. They're taking this tragic shit or these political who gives a fucks, and they're just making clickbait out of it, and they're making a bunch of money. They don't give a fuck. You think BuzzFeed cares about some fucking, what do you call them? The Muslim church, whatever they're called. What are they called? I don't want to sound like an asshole. Muslim church. What do you call them? Synagogue. It's not a synagogue. But my point is, do you think they really care? Do you think the writer in New York really gives a fuck about some guy spray painting on a fucking synagogue? Take the Muslim thing out. The synagogue. Sure, it sucks. Sure, the guy who spray painted is an asshole. Did he burn it down? No. Can you cover it up? Yeah. Is it an inconvenience? Absolutely. But is it BuzzFeed? I mean, I was going to say, is it BuzzFeed worthy? And obviously, yes, because they're a steaming pile of shit. But is it newsworthy? Yeah. Depends. Would he spray paint? Nah. If it's not a swastika, which it usually is. But if it's not, if it's a smiley face, it's probably not even the guy who, if a fucking smiley face gets spray painted on a synagogue, the person who did it probably didn't know it was a synagogue. It probably had nothing to do with it. And even if it did, are you going to be afraid? Like, if I go to a synagogue and I'm Jewish or whatever religion people go to synagogues, and I see a smiley face, am I going to feel at fucking risk? Am I going to feel like there's going to be a shooter in there sometime soon? No. So relax. Spray paint a fucking yarmulke on it. A yarmulke smiley face. It's called 2018. It could be the new emoji. There's the cowboy smiley face, which is my fucking favorite. Make one with a yarmulke. Yarmulke smiley face, just like, not even like the yellow, like Walmart smiley face. Do like an actual, like, I don't know, like a comma, and then the two dots, which I think is a colon, and then a end bracket, parentheses. I don't know. I can type that, see what it looks like. What's it look like? A comma, not a comma, an apostrophe is what I meant to say. Comma, smiley face, end bracket. It looks like a dude with one eyebrow. So don't do that. That doesn't mean Jewish at all. It means dude with one eyebrow. Whatever. It looks so stupid. I should put that. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. That's so funny. It looks like a dude with one eyebrow. Why has no one done that before? I've seen the apostrophe being like a nose or like a snowman or something. That looks so funny. It's just a dude with one eyebrow. Fuck. Man, okay. Well, this has been a fun one, boys and girls. I haven't touched the fucking... didn't even write this one down. Meth heads. There's another thing. I had 4 things. I wrote down 3. Meth heads was another one. Didn't get to it. Why? Carnival all the time. Didn't even fucking get to it. You know what's funny? I mentioned that I redid this one, or maybe I didn't mention it. I did this podcast yesterday, and then I redid it. See, that's the thing about having a 2 or 3 hour gap in the middle. I don't remember what was on the first half. I don't know what the fuck I've already talked about. So if I didn't mention it, and if I did, I'm sorry. I'll just try to make it really short. It's not a fucking great story. I did the podcast yesterday, and then I just bored the shit out of myself, and I actually told the meth head story. And because I was like going through like withdrawals from quitting cigarettes, which I fucking relapsed hard today. I don't give a fuck. But I actually remember telling the story and just boring myself. Not that it's a bad story. I was just like, half my brain was like, God, fuck, I want a cigarette. Why does everything suck? The other half is like, you're on camera, dickhead. Just tell the fucking story. And then I guess the third half, which doesn't make any sense, was trying to like think of the story because I hadn't prepared for it at all. I was just like, I should probably talk about it. So I was zero prepared is what I'm trying to get at. So I'm like, I just redid the whole fucking thing because it was just like 3 halves of bad. All 3 halves of my brain were not in story podcast mode. But today I think was a lot better. Today I've genuinely laughed at myself, and that's always a good sign. And I mean, fuck. Today was a good time. Even though I had like the little hiccup in the middle and the boys came home, fucking blast. This is the podcast I've always wanted to do. I feel like the first half, I was off to like a solid fucking start. The second half, I don't know how it went. I'm trying to pick up where I left off. That fucking hiccup really fucking... Actually, you know what? You probably wouldn't even know there was a hiccup. I don't know. I don't know how drastic the light change is. I don't know if the camera angle is that off. You might have not even known. I just might have brought that up for no fucking reason. But if you did notice, that's why it happened. But I think this was a good one. Just a fucking constant carnival ride. That's all I fucking want. We got Swan dive out of it, which was funny to me. I don't remember the other shit. Shit in your hand and fucking throw it. I don't know, man. This was the podcast I've always wanted. Just a fucking carnival ride. No fucking serious shit. Just carnival ride. Anyways, that's it for this one. That's the end of episode 4. I didn't get to 2 of the 4 things I wanted to get to because... So tune in next week and hopefully I'll make it through this is the 4th episode, every one of them. Even the first episode, I've wanted to tell the meth story. I don't even know if it's that good. I think it's been so long. I'm like, I feel obligated to tell you about it because I mentioned it. And I mean, when you say you live with meth heads, people want to know what the fuck happened. I meant to tell it in the first one, but I know I want to do about an hour. And I knew that the meth head was like, gonna be more, and I already reached the hour just talking about fucking China. And then the second one, I ended the first one with saying, well, I guess I'll talk about the meth heads next time. Start the second one. I don't remember what the fuck I talked about. Fuck it. And then the third one, in between the second and third, people were like, oh, meth heads. And I'm like, oh yeah. Third one, don't know what I talked about. I actually had it mentally on a list for this one. Didn't get to it. I did half of what I wanted to talk about. And there's no way in fuck I'm going to start doing longer than hour shows. Fuck that, man. My battery can't even survive one episode without... I need to fucking switch the battery. Ugh. Whatever, man. I don't know what the fuck's up with that. That pissed me off. That really made me fucking fiery inside. But c'est la vie, bitches. I'll get to... What was I... I'm not even going to tell you what it was about. The other thing I was going to talk about, which... I'm not even gonna announce it in the next episode. I'm not gonna be like, here's the thing that I was gonna talk about. I'm just gonna fucking say it because I don't want to build shit up like I did with the meth heads. Because if it sucks, you'll be like, oh, that was a thing that you built up and talked about for as long as I'm doing right now, that was very lackluster, anticlimactic, don't care. I don't want that to happen. So meth head's not a great story. I'm just going to shoot it down right now. It's actually really boring. It's a boring meth head story. The other thing I was going to talk about was boring. This whole podcast, well, this one was really good, but the next one's going to be really good too. If it's boring, it won't be. It won't be boring because tell me this fucking podcast. Go right now. If you think that you're bored, go to the beginning of this episode. Go all the way back to where we are now and reassess if this is boring. Go. Do it. Actually, don't. But also, you know what? 2 opinions. Show your friends. Share this podcast with your fucking friends. Get them in the monkey troop. Go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/Supreme White Monkey. Join up. Instagram, The Simon Christopher Show. I'm fucking figuring it all out, man. I don't know what I'm doing, but as long as I keep doing something, I'll get somewhere one day, hopefully, or I'll just kill myself. I'll swan dive. I'll fucking swan dive in front of a bus, and then, the episode will be over. This whole thing will be over, and you can all go back to your regularly scheduled programming. The fucking one eyebrow. That was so funny.